Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Cars, Computers, and Buoy. Today we're going to be doing some work on the truck. I got new turn signals, some belts for the engine, wiper blades, just some little stuff that needs to be done to the truck. We're going to do all that maintenance stuff, and then we might take it for a little drive, and I'll bring you guys along with me. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so if you remember from last time, I commented on these turn signals and how terrible they are. I don't like the clear turn signals at all. So I got me some actual amber turn signals. We've got some new V-belts because the ones that are in there I'm pretty sure are super old and who knows when they're actually going to break. And then some windshield wipers, because when it randomly rained last time, the old ones were pretty much on their last legs. First thing we're going to do is the turn signal. I'm hoping that it's as easy as the grill and the headlight doors. Should just be a couple screws and then replace the sockets. May also need to replace the bulbs, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Going along with the tradition of this truck, just a couple random wood screws. So in order for these clear enclosures to be legal, you have to put an amber bulb in. I need a clear bulb. I didn't get any extras, so what we're going to do is steal the bulbs from our reverse lamps because they don't work anyway, and I haven't had time to look at the wiring. We should be able to do without for now, and I'll just get new bulbs later. Looking better already. No, this isn't good. It looks like at some point I lost my brinker. This little metal thing should be inside there so it can actually contact with the bulb. So may need to work on trying to fix that, see if I can put it back in. So I got the little metal bracket out of there. I don't know how this got all twisted around. I'm going to try to move it back into where I think it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be down and then bent up again, but let me check again. Okay, so I kind of jammed everything back in. Hopefully this is going to work. If it doesn't, we'll have to get a new one of these sockets. So one thing to know about these, bulbs is they've got two filaments, and with these old trucks you can actually put them in backwards. So that turn signal that I already buttoned up, I have the bulb backwards. So the dim one is the blinker and the bright one's the park light. I need to switch them around because the dim one should be the park light, the bright one should be the blinker. I think I am going to need a new socket because I can get the blinker to work, but I can't get the park light, the dim one, to work. Not a big issue for right now. We'll button it up, and like I said, I'll probably just need to get a new socket to fix it. Alright. That looks much better. Almost looks like a new truck. So down in here, we have a couple very old V-belts. Now, honestly, they don't look too terrible. I could probably keep going on them for a little while, but this one down here actually looks pretty bad. It's all torn up down there. This one actually, yeah, now I'm looking at it again, it could be replaced. So we're just going to go ahead and replace both of them since I got two new ones anyway. I didn't record any of that, taking the belt off, but all you have to do is loosen these three bolts on the top of the power steering pump, loosen this tensioner nut, be able to just pull the V-belt off with your hand. Work for what we need it to do. And that is way too short. Awesome. Clearly, we got the wrong size belt because this does not fit whatsoever. And I guess it wasn't completely unproductive because, hey, I got practice on putting on a V-belt. There, that's pretty good. Alright. Looks like this one is going to be a little more difficult. Because I believe right under there, that is the adjuster for the alternator that's kind of underneath here. Yeah. This one I may have to get to from underneath because I think it actually pivots on this bolt. So I'll have to loosen this, and then loosening that one will let this one kind of swing around. But hey, we can always take a look at the Haynes manual. It's not always that useful, but it does give you really good illustrations to kind of confirm how I'm supposed to do this. Alright, now that's loose. We can just pull this off and, oh no. We have to have this belt off to get this belt off. Okay. Let me do that real quick.
1 hour later.
Okay, that was quite the battle. We got that belt on. We're going to go down underneath. We're going to pry this to where it tensions, and then we can tighten down the pivot bolt. Okay, so we got the old belt. This one wasn't as bad anyway. Back on. We'll come back to that later. But we do have our new belt for the alternator. Now we're going to start her up, see if we get any squealing and if we need to adjust the tension on the alternator. Alright, last thing we're going to do is our windshield wipers. Alright, that does it for today's episode of Cars, Computers, and Bowie. It's really hot outside. If you can get a tent or a garage to work on your car in, I highly, highly recommend it. Till next time when it's a little bit cooler, see you soon.